Darky33, aka Fidelson, and I'm coming at you guys with a little tiny vlog just to get you updated on the season. I'm becoming a Call of Duty pro player. I'm not a pro player myself, but I feel like I had the tips to motivate you guys to become better at Call of Duty and just improve your skills and whatnot. So I hope these videos do help you guys out in any way. If you guys have any other tips, put a comment, because I love, feedback and stuff, so that really helps me out. So the first skit that we did, was just to be funny. It wasn't really like serious, but that was just to get an idea of like, oh, I want to be able to do that type of thing. But yeah, so today's first episode of actually a tutorial is selecting a class and finding out what type of Call of Duty player you are. So I'm going to teach you guys how to use that. So I hope you guys enjoy the video and the tutorial. Leave suggestions, because they really help. And I love you guys all. Don't forget to click that 1080p now, because I got an Elgato Pro. If you haven't already clicked the unboxing, if you haven't seen an Elgato, or just want to know what it looks like in the inbox, don't forget to watch my previous video. I'll put that in the description or in the little box. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoy the video. I'm out. This is the last vlog of the season. Just want to let you guys know. Peace.
Alright guys, so to get started, you're going to have to find out what type of Call of Duty player you are. So as you can see on the screen, you got a couple choices. You got the rusher, the camper, the sniper, the shotgun, the assault guy, the terrorist guy, the LMG, and the riot or knifer guy. Now, the majority of the time, you'll see these many players. There's other type of players too, but these are the most common ones that you see. So, for example, the rusher is mostly SMG type of person. I mean, there are some assault weapons you can use, but the majority of the time that I've seen is mostly SMGs. So, I'm going to show you guys how to be a rusher. The camper, it's pretty basic. You just sit in the corner, plant some bouncy berries or claymores, and just wait. And I'm going to be showing you guys how to camp like a pro. You can't just lay down and wait for somebody. You gotta have some tactics to that. Then we got the sniper. There's the quick scoper, the trick shotter, the hard scoper, which is common. I'm gonna teach you guys good ways to snipe, and all of the above. The shotgun guy, is just that guy that runs around close quarters, gets the kill, and bam. But there are some people that I've seen that use shotguns and try to kill across the map, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to get closer to them without dying. So that's going to be pretty cool. And then we got the assault guy. It's just the guy that runs around, doesn't like to push up too much, doesn't want to get killed easily. So, he's trying to be the awesome guy, gets the kill from far away, and he's got good precision. So I'm going to teach you guys some classes that will work pretty well. We got the terrorist, which is basically that guy that runs around with launchers, C4s, the annoying guy that you just can't stand. But I'm going to teach you how to beat him anyways. I'll also be showing how to, not die from that. But yeah. And then we got the LMG guy, just that one troll who's always just spraying the LMG, but he's getting his fires on. I'm going to show you good attachments for that, so you guys can, maybe use the LMG. Then you got your riot shield guy and the knife guy. I see a lot of riot shield guys that don't really know what they're doing, and then they try to kill people, but they end up getting knifed or just killed from behind. So I'm going to teach you guys how to be a pretty good riot shield guy. The knifer, it's pretty basic. You run around, knife people, and go ham. So I'm going to show you guys some classes. Let's get started. Lego. Hey guys, alright, now that you think that you've chosen what type of Call of Duty player you are, now you got to see what type of classes you need. So I've already got 9 classes set up. There was 8, but I switched up the riot and knife so they can have their own separate class. Alright, so we're going to start off with the rusher. Now you obviously want an SMG. I prefer either the MSMC, the PDW, or the Vector. But see, with the Vector, it's faster than the MSMC, but it takes more bullets. So if you're that type of guy that just wants to run and kill, you're obviously going to use the MSMC. Now the PDW is good as well. It's not as accurate, but it's powerful. But they nerfed it a bit, so it's not as great. But if you think you can handle it, I would recommend the PDW. Now the MSMC is my favorite, in my opinion, with long barrel and adjustable stock. Now, why do you think stock, and why do you think long barrel? Well, stock, obviously, you're going to be running around a lot, and you're going to be aiming around, like, hitting corners. So you're going to need stock, because you don't just want to barely shoot and then not even get to aim in those couple seconds that you need to kill someone. So stock is obviously useful for that. Now, long barrel makes it faster. You can't really tell, but when you take it off and use a different attachment. So you're gonna have to kind of trust me on that, so just use it yourself and you'll see what I'm talking about. And it also helps you. It looks like it feels like better range. It feels better range, and it's more powerful. Perks, lightweight, toughness, and dexterity, because you're gonna be running around a lot, so you're not really gonna be camping, so you don't need to worry about that. Lethals and tacticals are optional. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. I put cap 40. It's the fastest secondary that you can have. Most people use B23s too, if you want. I wouldn't recommend the executioner because if you want to get that kill quick, you could run out of ammo and get double teamed. So that's why I use the cap. Alright, so moving on, we're going to the camper. Now, the camper was probably the hardest one I could think of. I picked the Scar. Basically anything with the silencer and target finder. Next, not snipers or shotguns, depending on how good of a shotgun person you are. But assault rifles and SMGs with silencers and target finders are probably pretty common for camping, like good. Because you're just sitting there waiting for someone. You can, if you're in an open spot, kind of, target finder will help. If you're in a close spot, I would recommend using MMS. So that's what I got. You don't really need a secondary because if you're going to be camping most of the time, you're not really going to switch. You're just going to kill. And, you know, put Ghost on if you don't want to be seen, or use Scavenger so you can resupply. Depending on what type of player you are, if you don't care if people come towards you. But if you do, I would use Ghost or Hardwired and Cold-Blooded, as you can tell. Use both of them. Obviously, you don't want to be seen. That's the whole point. Tactical mash, just in case, you know, they know you're there, they throw stuns, and it won't offend you, so you can just kill them. Bouncy Betty or Claymores are optional for you guys. Obviously, you know, if you're looking at a different point, you could just kill them with the Bouncy Betty or Claymore. Claymores are more powerful, but Bouncing Betties can also do the same, you know, depending on what level you are. Shock Charge, I put just one Shock Charge, you know. Also, like I said, let's say the Bouncy Betty didn't work because someone went prone, or the Claymore didn't work because they passed it. You know, shock charges would help so you can have that, you know, that time to turn around. So that'd be pretty good. Alright, we're moving on to the sniper. Now, it's, you know, the ballista and the DSR-50, you know, they're both really good snipers. But in my opinion, the DSR-50 is better because it's more powerful and it doesn't have as faster aim, but it does work more the majority of the time. So I would recommend using the DSR-50 with FMJ. It does make it a bit more stronger, so that way, you know, you get those one-shot kills. Lightweight, toughness, dexterity, you know, perk 1 doesn't really matter. If you like to quickscope and no-scope, a lot of people, I would use flak jacket just in case you don't get blown up. But lightweight most of the time is better because you just toughness is just, you know, that's obviously makes sense. You're trying to snipe someone, but they start shooting you, you know, it won't move away, so that's pretty good. So that way you don't even have to use ballistic CPU, so that's fine. Perk 3, dexterity, you know, it doesn't really make it faster, but it does help climb faster, and especially when you're a sniper, you're running around a lot, you know, you're climbing buildings. That's another one. Grenade and trophy systems, if you're going to be like a person that just likes to camp in the back with a sniper, I would recommend using trophy systems, so that way you'd have time to switch to your secondary and then to get the kill. So that's, you know, that's another optional. Lethals, it doesn't really matter, you know, you can use Bouncy Betty, Claymores, or C4. I just put Grenade because I like to run around with a sniper a lot, so that's up to you. Alright, for assault rifles, I chose the AN-94. The AN-94 and the M8A1 are very great assault rifles. The difference is the action time. Depending on the player you are, once again, if you use the M8A1, you're bound to either get the kill very quick or get a hit marker. So the AN-94 will basically get the kill within the same amount of time than the M8. The M8 will take longer, unless you know how to use the M8. Now, if you're trying to run around and kill people and, you know, stay distant at the same time, I would use the AN. But if you're trying to stay distant and you're smart about your kill, I would use the M8. So the attachments you would use with the AN are quick draw and adjustable stock, only because, like I said, if you're going to be running around, you want to aim fast, get the kill, or if you're going around corners, aim fast again, so you get twice as much aim and then you can just shoot. That is the whole difference between SMG and AN, because SMGs are faster, the AN is more distant, so you have that better aim advantage. Plus the AN is really accurate, so is the M8, but yeah. Lightweight, toughness, dexterity, common perks, you know, you're trying to get on the move, you don't really need anything else. Tactical mask is optional if you guys like, once again. If you're going to be running around, you don't like flashbangs, concussions, or shock charges, you know, I would use those. Especially engineer too if you're running around. But that's, you know, it's optional, like I said. Dexterity really helps because you already got that fast aim as it is, so it's just bam. You barely even touch the aimer button and you're great to go. Grenades and concussions are pretty good to have. A grenade or a Semtex, you know, that's up to you, depending on what type of player you are, once again. Secondary cap 40s or B23s. That it really doesn't matter on that. Just don't use a launcher crossbow. It's self-explanatory. All right, so now we're at the shotgun. Now, out of all the shotguns that there is, in my opinion, the most powerful one is the Remington. The S12 is alright, but it has very few limited ammo. You know, it doesn't have a lot. It's like the AA12 in Modern Warfare 2. Like, it was super powerful, but it didn't have enough ammo. Unless you're going to use Scavenger, but I wouldn't recommend using it. I would use the Remington or the KSG. The KSG is harder to use, so you'd have to, like, take time to learn how to properly use it. But I would go with the Remington. The reason why is because the Remington's faster at shooting, and it has a bigger, like, exploding range. So I would use that. The attachments I use are long barrel and adjustable stock. When I play League, though, I use MMS only because, you know, you're close range and you might as well just look around the buildings. Some people say it's, you know, it's scrubbish, but, you know, if you want to get a kill, I would use MMS. But the reason I use long barrel and stock is because if you're in a public match and you're running around a lot, you're going to want to be fast. So you want to get that quick aim, shoot further. Long barrel obviously makes it shoot further. It's a shotgun, so you want to get that kill. In the next episode, I'll be showing you how to use it, so that'll be pretty good. Now for perks, flak jacket and lightweight. Flak jacket is self-explanatory. You're going to be running around a lot, so you're going to be in the action. You're going to be next to all the explosions, everything that's there. Such as tactical mask, you need that because if you're going to be running around next to the explosions and there's shock charges or stuns, you know, it won't affect you. So if you're stunning them, like if your teammates stun them and help you out, you know, they're dead basically. And that's a big, you know, outcome for you. Toughness is obvious, you know, somebody's trying to shoot you around the corner, you turn, bam, they're dead. You know, you didn't have to worry about aiming. So that's pretty good. Lightweight is just to be faster. So you need wild cards, perk 3 and 1 for this. You don't really need a secondary because if you're close range, you know, what's the point? There's really no point unless you... No, there really isn't any point. You could just pick up a gun because you're close range. So it doesn't really matter. Alright, next gun, the terrorist class. The MP7, the first primary gun is optional. You know, you could use an LMG. I just chose the MP7 because it's faster, so you can run around more. Secondary is obviously the RPG, you know. That's, you know, it's funny. You can use the RPG. It comes with two bullets and C4s and Scavenger. Now, why I chose 2 C4s is because most of the time, if you do kill someone with a C4, the Scavenger bag doesn't drop. So, basically, what it means is if you got a kill with the RPG, you would get another one. So you'd have 2 C4s more. I mean, that's common sense, but like, I'll show a gameplay where like what I'm trying to say, because you have to get a kill with a gun in order to resupply. So if you just use 1 C4 and don't resupply, you're gonna run out of C4s. And if you want to be that type of guy that just blows everybody up, you're gonna need 2, basically. So those are the perks. Fast hands, it's obvious, so you can throw your C4s faster, and flak jacket, so you don't kill yourself. That's pretty funny. But yeah. So the wild cards you need are danger close and perk 2. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the LMG. Now, of all the LMGs you can have, the most powerful ones, in my opinion, is the HAMR. The outside isn't that great unless you're using Target Finder. The QBB is just bad. Don't use the QBB. It's horrible. The MK48's alright, but it's too slow, so I wouldn't use that. I mean, their LMGs obviously are going to be slow, but these two are the best ones. I recommend the HAMR, though. It's quicker. It's like kind of like half of an assault gun, but it's really good. Attachments, I don't have any attachments on this gun. I don't use. But it depends on you. I would use Target Finder. I've seen a lot of people use Target Finder and they have a lot of success shooting a LMG across the map. So I would use the HAMR with the Target Finder and either Silencer or Quick Draw, because, you know, if you are running around a lot, you're going to want to get the kill quick. So I would use Quick Draw or Stock, depending on the type of player you are. But do not use Rapid Fire on an LMG. That is pointless, and the accuracy isn't that great as it is. So you're gonna be just spraying in the air. Don't even use rapid fire in general. It's really bad. So that's the LMG class. You're gonna need lightweight, toughness, dexterity, and extreme conditioning, because you know you're a big gun guy. You're gonna have to be running around a little bit more. Grenade and cap 40. Lethals are optional. You know, you choose. And secondary is cap 40 because you want to be quick. But that's about it for the LMG. For the riot shield, alright. Now, I've seen a lot of people that don't really know what to use with the riot shield. And so I thought about it. I played a couple games with this class, and I did great. So, perk 1, you need the flak jacket, because you are going to be getting blown up a lot. Seeing that people think you're a riot shield guy, they're going to use Semtexes on you. and they're just gonna, you're a big target basically. You're gonna need fast hands because the C4s, you're gonna have 2 C4s just like in the other classes. You're gonna need danger close for the wild card. 2 C4s because, you know, a lot of people like to switch real quick and throw out a C4 and blow you up because they'll run away. So that's a good thing to have fast hands for. Tactical mask is also great because most of the time when you see a right show guy, you'll either stun him so he can't turn or just blow him up. So that's good for tactical mask because then you don't have to worry about getting killed from behind or getting knifed. Now you want secondary to be executioners with the Kimbos. I do not have it. That's why it's 9 out of 10. So that would be the 10th spot. I would put executioners with dual wield because it's just like a big ass shotgun ready to attack. Because if you use a cap, there may be a chance that you will not survive. The executioner is faster, but yeah, use that with akimbos. It's really good and powerful. Concussion is just, you know, it's optional if you want to knife. If you want to knife the person, you know, you stun them and then go get them. So that's the ride show class. Now with the knife class, you know, I don't have the ballistic knife yet. Obviously, use the ballistic knife. I put an MP7 because you can be fast. So if you know, if you're only trying to knife, then obviously don't use an MP7 or any gun. But I chose the MP7, you know, you just like running around, killing people, knifing, and shooting close range. So that's pretty good. Lightweight, fast hands, extreme conditioning. You could use hardwired or cold-blooded if you don't want to be seen, obviously. But that's up to you. Same with ghost, but lightweight obviously is faster. Perk 3, extreme conditioning or engineer. So that way, you know, if you're running around knifing people, you don't want to get blown up by a bouncy Betty or something. So that or extreme conditioning is up to you. Lethals would be, I chose combat axes too. It depends on what type of knifer you are. If you just like knifing people, then, you know, you don't have to use throwing knives. But I do. Alright, for tacticals, you'd have 2 concussions. You could use flashbangs, but concussions are faster. So that's up to you. Go knife them. So that would be your danger close one. That's about it for all the classes, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed the classes. I hope they help. In tomorrow's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the classes in action. So that's going to be awesome. So leave some feedback if you thought that there are some other classes out there that you guys want me to show, and I will.